Seriously, I'm just going to be upset. So I guess we're just going to hang out tonight. It sucks, but we just wasted over an hour of stream time that I should have been playing the game. Urban style individual.
What's up with y'all? Hopefully this video finds you in good spirits, and if not, well, at least you not DSP. And for good reason. Because Phil's life is so uneventful that he believes having a liaison with his insurance company about some damn lotion for his hands is an event that's worth sharing. So let's get into it.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to give everyone an update on what's going on with me right now and why I was a little late to the stream and why I actually can't start playing the game yet. It's personal, but it's stuff you guys already know about, so it's not a big deal. So during the break, I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. The health insurance had said, it's time to renew. It's time to check your plan, see if you want to keep the same plan for next year and all of that. I realized, hey, I have a condition on my hands. It's called eczema. You guys can't really see it because I treat it with a cream that allows it to heal. So if I don't use this cream for like a couple of weeks, my skin starts to get bad. It'll start to crack. It'll start to have like rash and sores, and it gets really, really bad. It's very annoying. Okay.
Why does he have all these ailments, man? Phil, your genetic pool is terrible, man. You have a bad back. You're built funny. Your head is not proportionate to the frame that's carrying it. You have overly sized feet. You're not athletic at all. Like, damn, like we look at professional athletes a lot of times and we'll say, damn, that guy hit the genetic lottery. Well, Phil is the complete opposite of that. He didn't get a single good thing from the genetic pool.
Okay. So I need to have this topical cream that I just put on. I don't even need it every night. I put it on like every few nights. I realize I'm getting low on my topical cream. And I was like, I had actually done a doctor visit, okay, with a doctor via an app, which is through my health insurance months ago. It was like back in the summertime. And I had the conversation, with the doctor, explain the topical cream issue. Because the thing is, I do this, no lie, I do this probably twice a year. And it's annoying because they always prescribe me a tube of cream. I use the tube. I have to go back, do the visit again. Then they send me the cream again. It's very frustrating. It's a really dumb thing. Like, obviously, I don't want to have to go to a doctor or my doctor, like my primary care physician, to get this over and over. But I get it through this app, okay?
So he's complaining that the medical system that he's using, or his healthcare provider, whoever he's going through, is actually streamlining the process for him. So he doesn't actually have to go into a doctor and have a copay, which is good. So what else would you have them do, Phil? Would you like them to DoorDash you the cream? My goodness. And what makes this whole situation so much worse and so much more petty than what it actually is that he can go and get this cream that he needs over the counter. The active ingredient, what he's looking for, is known as hydrocortisone. And he can go to any CVS or any other place and buy it right now in bulk if he would like. But that would not facilitate the narrative that he's trying to put forth right now. He's trying to try to use this to grift. My health insurance is so high, yada, 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 so he can get more money out of his dents.
This is how American healthcare works. It's all convoluted and very confusing. The doctor was a really nice guy. He goes, yes. He says, I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to give you a bigger amount of it so it lasts longer, and I'm going to give you a refill. So that way you can get another one without having to do a video call. So I said, sweet, this is great. Sounds great to me. So I go to do it, and I go to my page that says, medications or whatever. You have no current medications and you have no refills available. I have a medication right here in my hand. Obviously, I have a medication and it must be on file, and I had a refill available. It literally says on the paperwork that came with the medication, you have one refill, okay? So all I was supposed to do was log in, say, refill the refill, and they were going to send it to me. No, it's just not in the system. So I've been on hold, I'm not exaggerating, for 40 minutes with my insurance, talking with someone in a chat, explaining this entire situation to them. The person in the chat says they apologize because it looks like it was set up for a refill, but somehow it's not in the system, it's deleted.
Okay, so this is why this doesn't make sense. He's saying that the person that he spoke to on the phone said it was in the system, but it got deleted. So it was in there then, Phil. And even if and this is why I don't really get caught up into the particulars of his storytelling, because I know Phil ultimately likes to lie about things and or embellish and or omit things to try to perpetuate whatever narrative that he's putting forth at the time. So I'm not even really interested in the particulars. What's more interesting to me is that this is a topic to begin with. Why are you talking about this? Who cares? If you were on the stream or on the phone with whoever for 40 minutes, that's par for the course. It's a lot better than getting in your car, having to drive to the doctor and pay a copay for something that you know you need, right? So they're trying to streamline the process for you. But for you, it's an inconvenience because they didn't grovel at your knees and treat you like a king the same way your dents do.
So now I have to have another visit with a doctor, video visit, in order to do this. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Wow, that was totally worth the wait. It was like a 2-second call. He said, can I see your hand? Sure, here it is. Okay, you want it? Yeah, I want it. Okay, bye.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like it was a hard process at all. You just said that it was so convoluted, but now here you are saying that the doctor got on there and talked to you for 2 seconds and you got exactly what you wanted. So what's the problem here? There is no problem. This is typical Phil trying to draw meaning out of the meaningless because he has nothing eventful going on in his life to the point where he feels something as meaningless as this is a topic for conversation on his dead podcast.
So that I waited an hour and 20 minutes for that. American healthcare. Anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of miffed now. Now I don't even know if I want to play. I'm serious. Like, I'm kind of pissed off. I just wasted all that time, and now I can only give you guys like an hour and 20 minutes of gameplay. It's definitely not enough to even get like a taste of this game. You know what I mean?
Now, do you really think that he's upset because he can't give his dent entertainment? Really? Because even when you're on the stream, so-called entertaining them, you're really not entertaining them. You're really entertaining the detractors, Phil. Seriously. And this is more of the same. You think your dents want to hear about this shit? Do you think anybody wants to hear about this? But you think you're so important that anything that comes out of your mouth is noteworthy of being heard, right? Seriously, for everybody else, this is typical things that you take care of as an adult. And sure, it might not go exactly as you would like it to go, but it's much better than you having to put clothes on, go down there, wait in the lobby somewhere, then get seen, right? And the doctor obviously is going to have to protect their own practice. They're going to say, yeah, I have to see you first before I prescribe you something. That's par for the course, Phil.
I'm actually pretty upset. So I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you guys want an hour to an hour and 15 minutes of gameplay, or you just want to hang out? I mean, we just hung out last night, but this sucks ass. These dickheads wasting my time. Here, I got a couple quick shout outs to do. Like $1, they're probably troll tips. Let's see. Yep, troll tip. And let's see here. Troll tip. Yep, 2 troll tips. So far.
Look, I don't understand the idea of troll tipping him. I really don't. Even other forms, I can see why you would do it because it's going to pop up on the screen. Other people might see it, but you're troll tipping him. So you're completely anonymous, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Stop giving this dude money, you dent. Whoever you are. I don't give a damn who it is. You a damn dent if you get this dude money. Period.
Okay. You know what? Fuck this, because if I play the game, I'm just going to be pissed. Seriously, I'm just going to be upset. So I guess we're just going to hang out tonight. It sucks, but we just wasted over an hour of stream time that I should have been playing the game.
No, that's exactly what he wanted to do to begin with. Now, anybody else is just going to carry on with the day as usual, right? But he's going to sit here and have a hissy fit about something he has complete control over. Nobody told you to call them at that particular time right before your stream at all. You chose to do that. And then instead of you coming on stream already being behind, you're going to sit here and complain for 30 to 45 minutes about nothing when you could have been playing the game. This just shows you this guy does not want to play video games at all. He's tired of it. He wants to come on stream and get paid for sitting here. He wants to get paid for showing up. He wants a participation trophy.
You know, it is what it is. Fucking piss me off. I saw a homeless man today, and I said, no, Phil deserves it more. I'll give it to him. Good for you. Good on you for giving any kind of charity to the homeless and instead tipping it to me. That's good of you. I mean, listen, it's your money, and you're free to do with it as you wish. That is the God's honest truth.
He loves that little decree. It's your money, and you can do whatever you want with it. But we know that anybody who's responsible, especially as an adult, most of your money primarily you're not even spending on yourself, especially if you have a family, right? The overwhelming majority of the money I make, I don't spend on myself. And I know a lot of fellas out there, you know what I'm talking about. But you can continue to give all your money to these damn mobile games, Phil, but you still have not taken your wife anywhere. Anywhere. So why are you coming on here complaining about what some doctor did to you when ultimately you put yourself in this situation? You have complete autonomy over your schedule, when you choose to do things or when you choose not to do things. I believe that this was his plan from the beginning. He was having so much quote unquote fun and it was so easy with the chill with Phil segment that he just wanted to go at it again, because we know how DSP is. Once an idea comes to the forefront, he's not going to handle it with grace. He's going to drive it into the ground and squeeze as much out of it as he possibly can, to the point where nobody ever wants to see it again. That's why I said him not gaming will never work, because he's not compelling enough. He's not smart enough. He's not entertaining enough, and he's not articulate enough. And he doesn't care ultimately about his viewership's entertainment. So it's just not going to work.
Because this sucks. I know people wanted to see it tonight and they're disappointed, and I'm sorry for that. You know me, I hate overpromising and under-delivering. This was an extenuating circumstance, and tomorrow we'll get back on track. So that.
Did he just call that an extenuating circumstance? That gives you some insight into how nothing in his life is really going on at all. The mobile games are his God. That's it. Everything else is orbiting around his addiction. You really thought it was a good idea to come on stream and talk about how you was on hold? Like somebody's supposed to care about that, Phil? Really? It's your job to get on here and play video games. That's your job. And I would argue that's probably one of the easiest jobs that you can do. But when you look at Phil, and when Phil talks about it, he acts as if he's constructing a home by hand. It's crazy.
That being said, guys, we got about 30, 40 minutes left to just hang out. We can talk about whatever you want. You can tag me in either chat. I want to say thanks to those who have already contributed. You guys are awesome. But I'll tell you right now, I don't think we're hitting a support goal tonight, and it's not anyone's fault. You would be here to support a game, but I'm not playing a game. We are.
What do you mean by it's not anyone's fault? Which is him talking about this particular time. But what that implies is when he doesn't hit the goal other times, that it is someone's fault. What exactly do you mean by it's no one's fault? He really believes that other people's money automatically belongs to him. You are out of your mind, Phil, but this is what happens when you never really had to sweat to make a buck. It just always came. And then when you spent all your money, you can just go and spend all your parents' money. And when you spend all their money, you can go back to your fans and just spend all their money. Right, Phil?
Already chilled with Phil last night. I'd be shocked if tonight we hit the goal. There's nothing I can really do about it. All right? What really stinks is we were actually going to be, if we hit the goal tonight, and then we were probably going to definitely hit the goal for Mortal Kombat tomorrow, we were going to do DSP Tries It tomorrow. But now it looks like we're not going to, because we're not going to hit the goal tonight, and we're not going to hit 2 goals tomorrow. So.
Look at the reverse psychology. Look at the utter manipulation. Look at him trying to emotionally beguile people into giving him money. You're so disgusting. And I saw a comment, and it made me laugh so hard because it's so true. And they said, isn't it crazy that no matter when you pause the video, when you look at Phil's face, he always looks like he's absolutely insane. And I thought it was just so true, because the faces that he makes, it looks as if he's on his way to do something bad. He's in the middle of doing something bad, or he just got done doing something bad.
It is what it is. It's bullshit. Okay, I'll be around for another 15, 20 minutes. So last chance if you want to support the stream. I understand why we're not hitting a goal tonight. It sucks. Like I said, if we were going to hit the goal tonight, it would have been only one more for tomorrow. We would have hit that tomorrow for Mortal Kombat. We would have been doing DSP Tries It, the return to Jollibee tomorrow. But now it's not looking like we're going to do that. It's all because of this nonsense that happened. We're stuck at 61 bucks of support. Awful.
You see that, Dents? I sat here and I complained, and all you did was give me $61. Whatever will I do? And this is why, man, I don't feel sorry for the Dents. I don't. Because in order for people to receive help, they have to be willing to help themselves, man. Outside of that, people are just using you. And there's a fine line between somebody feeling appreciated and somebody feeling used, right? And that's usually based on how the person you help responds to what you're doing. If that person dusts themselves off and try to do the right thing, you assisting them, you're going to feel like, okay, they are appreciative. But if you doing something for them constantly and all they do is keep squandering whatever you're doing for them, then ultimately you're going to start to believe that this person is using you. And this is why, Phil, you have a revolving door of wells. And it always will be like that, aside from OIC, who was clearly in love with you for whatever reason. And I believe, especially when things are going slow, you are entertaining some of the stuff OIC is saying. I believe that 100%.
And I'm sorry for that. You know, sometimes stuff cannot be controlled, which really stinks, you know. That's the worst feeling. I could do a push-up forever $50. You would get ripped fast, trust me. Huh? What? My problem is, I mean, I could easily do a push-up for you guys right now. I don't have a setup where I could do it. Remember when I was going to show you that I had a camera that I had set on the other side of the office over there, but I don't have that camera set up anymore. I only have this camera here, which is for the face cam for gameplay, and I have this camera here, which obviously is for the podcasting style. I don't have a third camera set up to show the floor anymore.
You see how at every chance he gets, he likes to flex. Look at my toys. Like, people don't know that you have multiple camera angles. Like, you didn't talk about it ad nauseum for like a whole month. The same thing you did with your foam on the wall, and the same thing you did with those goddamn lights, man. He just always got to show you, because in his mind, these are the things that are valuable in life. These are the things that are noteworthy. This is why he's always pushing these things to the forefront as a showcase of how good he's doing. It's pathetic.
So I couldn't even show it to you right now, even if I wanted to. There's nothing that would show me on the floor, I don't think. I don't think it would. Even if I aim it down, I don't think it would. Let me test that.
Now, we know what he's going to do. And for the record, I do appreciate y'all watching my videos, because I know a lot of times y'all probably already seen this stuff. So, I'm kind of reheating it a little bit a lot of times. So I definitely appreciate it. But the thing about this is, Phil, you always talk about how advanced your studio is, but now all of a sudden, not so much. Now you act as if you can't just go around the damn table, waddle around there, and reposition the camera temporarily so you can give your dents what they're asking for. It's not that damn difficult, Phil. God damn.
What the hell did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. I mean, you could kind of see the floor here, but not really. Like, this is the floor. So you wouldn't be able to really see it.
This man just pointed to the floor and said, "This is the floor." Oh my goodness, man. I'm sorry. I just sometimes, man, it just blows my mind, the stuff that he chooses to highlight. And that's part of his problem, man. Phil has to talk out his entire thought process. A lot of us make the micro decisions in our head first, and then the ultimate decision, we'll voice that or whatever. But Phil's going to take you through every leg of the decision making process. This man really said, "This is the floor." I'm sorry, man. That shit is funny.
The chair would block it, so it wouldn't even be worth it. I can move the camera around, but all you're going to end up seeing is my setup here. You're not going to be able to see the floor or nothing. So, what is this view? This is the crotch view. This is the crotch cam. See? Do you like it? This is the crotch and the baguette view. The crotch baguette shot. It's great. It took me a long time to perfect this one, to have a nice long baguette and also showcase my crotch. There you go.
Now, isn't this the same guy, not even a few days ago, that was talking about how everybody was so quote unquote gay, according to him? What is this, Phil? I mean, do you care to elaborate and expound on what just happened there? Because the man asked you what the camera angle was. He didn't imply or push you in a certain direction at all. It was an open-ended question. You chose to take it into that realm. And my question is, why, Phil? Why?
Very exciting stuff. See, even if I rotate the chair, it still blocks the view. That's what sucks. Like, there's no way you can see the... Like, you can't see nothing. If I were to, try to do one, I could fit it, but... Yeah.
Now he's going to start doing his so-called push-ups. but I want you to pay attention to his arms, and I want you to pay attention to the angle and the arc of his back.
I see it on camera. Bad view. Legs all the way. Okay. Well, that's like the best I could do with my setup. That's like the best you could do with the setup here.
Phil, you are a couple years removed from spinning in the chair for money and or sniffing the chair for money. Now, did y'all see the angle of that and how high his back was? That's implying that the anchor point was a lot closer than what it would be if you were using your feet to hold you up, right? But I'm gonna let him go ahead and explain, and then he's gonna say something that's really gonna tell on himself. Pay attention.
And how did it look? I couldn't see it at all. Did it look all right? Oh, here we go. Hold on. How did it look? Could you actually tell I was doing the push-ups? Of course it wasn't perfect form. Dude, I'm doing it in an insanely cramped spot here. There's like no room. My legs couldn't barely be all the way out because I'm kicking over my fucking wires and shit. So I knew it wasn't going to look good. That's what I mean. It didn't look good at all, did it? I wasn't using my knees. But again, you can't see it. It's terrible, a terrible camera angle. You can't actually tell. I wasn't using my knees at all. I was only...
Now, pay attention to the tone of his voice and the conviction in his voice when he says he's not using his knees. That's implying that he knows what that guy is referring to when he said you were on your knees. Pay attention.
On the tips of my toes. I don't even know, how do you do push-ups from the knees? I don't even understand that. I've never seen that before. I've literally not once seen a person do push-ups with their knees. How do you do it with your knees?
Then he see how he immediately went into feigning ignorance now. Now, when he first answered, I wasn't using my knees, he spoke definitively. Now he's feigning ignorance as if he doesn't even know what that is. Are you kidding me, Phil? Are you gonna try to tell me that you're almost 50 years old and you never seen someone ever, or you don't even know of the concept of somebody using their knees to do push-ups, especially considering you're on this whole fitness arc? You've never seen that before, especially considering the condition that your wife is in. And I'm not trying to talk about her in a negative way, but I'm bringing her up to showcase that that would be a movement that she would use, because historically speaking, push-ups from the knees has been something that girls did. That's what girls did when I was coming up. And I'm not saying girls can't do regular push-ups. I'm not going to get into all that nonsense right now. That's not what I'm getting at. But what I'm getting at is this is a base level movement for people who exercise. This is like saying you don't know what jogging is. That sounds ridiculous, right?
I've only ever done it from the tips of my toes, so I don't even understand what you mean by that. Well, did someone do something? Someone said someone did 100 kicks. Oh, darksydephil did 100 kicks for that rousing 5 push-ups. Gee, thanks, darksydephil. I appreciate that. 84 more of those or so.
Now, the reason I said look at the angle of his back and his arms is you can tell that how high he's going up, that the anchor point is at his knees. If he was using his feet to prop his body up, the slope would be a lot more gradual than what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was far too abrupt. It was far too pointed for it to be a traditional push-up. But of course, Phil's going to obfuscate. He's going to lie and try to make it seem like it was what it really was, because he's the king of sleight of hand. He's the king of deception, and he'll do anything to try to siphon money out of people. And it's funny because I remember him saying distinctly, maybe even a couple of years ago, now at this point, that, you know, he would never do certain things on stream for money ever, right? It was part of that long speech he gave when he was talking about people were taking their clothes off for money, and I was putting clothes on as a joke, even though we know that was a retcon, right? But the truth is, Phil, you do anything for money. And if you are a dent and you are listening to my videos, I know some of y'all are, I have a little proposition for you. If Phil loves and cares about you so damn much, why don't you do a little experiment? Don't give him money. It don't even cost you no effort. You don't even have to actually do anything. You just have to stop doing what you're already doing. And I'm not saying don't give him money indefinitely. I'm just saying try it out. Couple days. Don't give him some money. See how he acts. And then you tell me the last time a detractor treated you the same way he treats you. Because, you know, they like to try to give us a bad rap, and Phil loves propping us up as the boogeyman, as something that y'all can point to so he can siphon money from you, so y'all can quote unquote stick to us, which is something I never understood. Because how is you giving him money, sticking it to me? You the one wasting your damn money. But I guess that's what happens when you've been given a heavy dose of pignosis. You know, your brain stops working. So, you know, it just is what it is. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Urban style content. I'm dead.